Hi, everybody. It's Friday. It's 1 o'clock, which means,
We're going live.
yeah, we're here to talk about, let's chat about all things different, right? So, what have we decided to talk about today?
Well, I think you're going to be leading this one today, and I'm just going along for the ride.
Awesome.
And I'll just add in.
Jump in when you want to.
I will.
So, one of the things that I have in my arsenal of experience is a relationship to the TCM, which is traditional Chinese medicine. And a lot of what we do with using oils is supporting those principles. So I thought it would be a really great time, seeing as we've just changed into the autumn season, to talk about maybe things that you may not have heard of before and how some of the oils could be helping you through this time. So Sarah, when you think about autumn, what are the few things that you think about in terms of nature or how you feel or anything like that?
I get excited because I love changes in seasons. You can feel the wind changing and the sun changing position, and it's getting darker, and the leaves are going through transitional things, so there could be falling leaves. And yeah, I like it. Love it.
Love it. All right.
Yeah.
So Northern Hemisphere and mostly the states would call the autumn side the fall, and that's because of the trees that are shedding their leaves. So in Chinese medicine, when it comes to the autumn season or the autumn element, we're talking about the metal element, and we don't talk about metal as in steel necessarily, but metal as in the metals of the earth,
like rocks and things.
Yeah, and ore and all those kind of lovely things inside. I mean, yes, there's the steels as well, but that would be like a manufacturing.
Yeah.
But what it is it's very related to the two meridians, which are called the lung meridian and the large intestine or the colon. So the emotion that's attached to the season is called letting go. Isn't that a great thing? You think about a tree shedding its leaves at this time of year. It's like nature just knows it's time to let go. And the whole season is in preparation for when we come to winter, which is really going to be the hibernation season.
Yes.
But we can talk about that when we get into winter anyway. So some of the things that we can use, if we just think about the lungs and the large intestine, what are things that you think about when you imagine lungs?
Breathing.
Breathing. All right. So breathing is a really important time during, every day, but especially around the season. So do you find that a lot of people start to get colds and fevers and all sorts of different things? Yeah. So a great product to have on hand all the time would be your Easy Air oil. So this is beautiful just to smell aromatically out of the bottle, a drop in your hand, cup and create your own diffuser, or of course putting it in the diffuser. Now last week we spoke about how we use this at night.
Yes.
To help our airways be clearer during sleep. Something else that we have a great product for is the Easy Air drops. Please remember, if you're seeing this in the US or in other areas and you don't know it as Easy Air, you might know it as Breathe. So these are amazing. We use these on airplanes, don't we?
Definitely.
So whenever we change altitude and we start our descent, I pop one of these straight away just to help equalize my ears. But at the same time, it's also helping, just my system cope with all those changes that's going on. What else did you say about lungs? So you said breathing.
Breathing, and did you say large intestine?
That's the next one.
Oh, okay. Breathing, lungs.
Wow, we don't. I think of trees. I really think of trees. So during this time, a lot of my blends at the moment, I'm reaching for all my fir and tree type oils. So I've got my Douglas fir, my Siberian fir. I absolutely love white fir, which is no longer being made because of, it became unsustainable and they changed it with Siberian fir. But I bring all of those firs out and I start diffusing them with a few of those minty sort of peppermints or the Easy Air in a fir tree or a whatever oil going on. Now, another interesting thing how Chinese medicine is related to the lung is that it is responsible for our biggest organ, which is the skin. So what we do is we bring out, if you don't do this on a daily practice already, you're going to bring out your dry skin brushing. So when we do that, you would start anywhere. It doesn't matter. People usually say start at the feet, but you're going to start at the end. So the hands, and brush up the body, and it needs to be dry. So you can't do this after your shower. It should be done before your shower. And you don't ever wet the brush, you just do it as a dry application. You brush up your skin towards your heart.
I was going to say, is it towards the heart?
It is. And what it does is not only it starts to shed the actual skin off, but what it's also doing is it's creating that lymphatic flow for your body, which is very important.
Is there anywhere you shouldn't brush?
Well, you know, I brush everywhere, but there's some areas that are quite sensitive, but there are some areas that you should really focus on. So through the groin being a very highly lymphatic area, underneath the armpits and around the breast tissue, very lymphatic as well. So getting into those places. So I do that usually dry like this, but what I have done is, again, eucalyptus, another great oil for this time of year as we're changing seasons. I put usually a drop or two onto my brush, and then I brush that, so it's already given me a nice invigoration. We have to smell the oils as we go along, and if you're watching and you've got any of these, I dare you to open your oils too.
I'm going to try this. Yeah.
So that's helping to shed the skin in excess off of your body. Now, like I said, I use the oil on the brush, but you could do your brushing and then do your wash, and then you're going to hydrate your body. So the things that I like to do with hydration is my Smart and Sassy, or Slim and Sassy, depending on where you received it from, either the Australia version or the US version. And I do that in my coconut oil, and then I apply that to my body. So I'm nourishing my skin after having done the shedding. All right, so that's that. So that's from the skin body here, which is fine. But what about your face?
Something I do twice a day.
Twice a day. You're definitely going to wash your face and then do whatever. But introducing something like the invigorating scrub. So this is really great. This has got that little granule stuff. We did a video where we did the whole range of all the different facial products that you could use.
It's a nice gentle scrub. It's not too harsh on the skin.
Exactly. Like. It's really lovely and soothing. And I do this twice a week usually.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
There is another product. I'm going to have to be corrected here because honestly, I don't know the name of it, but I think it's called Ready Set or something like that. And it's two different, it's a little twin pack you buy from the US, which is like a scrub and a cleanse, which it could be a nice purchase to add in for your next order. So once I've done the scrubbing of that, then comes the hydrating of the skin. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go and reach for my beautiful Virage Salubel blend, or hydrating blend. Now, if you didn't have this, if you weren't using the Virage kit, you could actually go and get the Salubel itself and use the rollerball on the areas around. So how do you use Salubel?
I just mainly put it around my eyes, around those areas that are sort of more open to get a few wrinkles, just to sort of, soften it up. But I do use this Virage one as well.
Yeah, this one it's super rich, and because it's a smaller bottle, I find it goes out really quickly. So I'm very sparing with it, and that's why I keep it mostly for the cooler, drier months. Because now we're coming into a drier climate. You would never say so where we are right now. Look at my hair; it is just ridiculous from humidity. But you know, when it's dry, your skin really needs that extra nourishment inside. All right, so we also spoke about Easy Air, and I forgot to show this one. So this one, which is this little vapor stick, which is you open it up and
it's like a Vic stick, isn't it?
Yeah. So you know where would you normally put that?
On your chest.
Yeah. So your lungs are here. So this is where you usually would put it. But even more importantly, there is a point, and I'm going to show it to you right here. If your collarbone is here and you come diagonally to your shoulder, there's a nice point you can press in there. Most people would know that as a pec attachment, or your pectoralis muscle, and it's quite intense, and that's one of your lung points, so your lung meridian point. So I usually put a dab of that on there and a dab on that on there, so it's going straight into my meridian line and benefiting my lung meridian straight off and benefiting.
That's a good little tip.
Remember, it's not under the arm, it's not a roller for your sweat pores. Yes. So that's also pretty cool. I like this. I love this time of year where, you know, all these different products are coming out. Okay, so we've done skin on the body, we've done skin on the face. Now there's another part of us which is not really skin. It is attached to the next season for winter, but I think during this time of year when it gets drier, we need our hair to be well supported. So we both use the shampoo and conditioner, but then we also like our root to tip serum.
I just love that stuff.
Tell me why.
Oh, one, I love the smell of it. It's almost got a pepperminty smell, which is nice and fresh. And it's so soft. Not only is it nice on your hair, I'm just putting it here. It's so
Put on
soft.
mine because I'm
So
like in
soft.
serious need.
It's so soft on your skin.
Yes.
Like on your hands. I don't want to wash the stuff off because I love it so much.
There we go. So you can use that too.
There you go.
One last thing I wanted to sort of highlight, which I showed a few weeks ago, is the body mist with beautiful blend in it. It is stunning. You tried this today. Tell them what it was.
For the first time. It's like a nice spray, and it's like a misty spray, and it's
oil.
It's so soft. It's an oil, and the smell is
Rub it in.
absolutely
I'm getting a massage.
beautiful.
Hey.
It is beautiful. Literally, that's what it's called. Beautiful. It's one of your favorite perfume oils.
It really is. Yeah.
And it's hard to get.
Yeah.
It's not always available.
There's one thing I wanted to mention again about the face. I feel like I forgot a lot of face things, but this beauty. So the mud mask, right? So once you've done your exfoliation, then you put the mud mask on, again, getting rid of any impurities, and then you're going to hydrate with those hydrating lotion or your Salubel, plus, of course, your different moisturizers. So this is also another time of year when I start to relook at my moisturizer. Am I going to continue to use the Virage one, which is a really light, non-oily one? Or I'm going to go to this essential skincare range, which is a little thicker, a little bit more nourishing. So when we were just recently in the US, remember in Canada, we used that because of the cold and how dry you get. All right. So let's now talk about the large intestine. Tell me what you know about the large intestine.
When I think of large intestine, I think of elimination.
Exactly. Letting go.
Letting go.
What helps you to let go is to make sure you're well hydrated.
Cheers.
What else helps you is to add. Did you just drink it all? You missed the whole demo. But that's okay.
You would drop.
A drop of lemon.
Is that why you gave me some water? I've just been.
Anyway, so you add a drop of lemon to your water. Make sure you shake it up if you have a bottle with the lid on, or
and
give it a
glass bottle.
Because as Sarah remembers from her time with her mum, otherwise the toxins are leached out. Leached out. So another great oil at this time of month to help with them, I'm going to call it detox or elimination through your intestines, is grapefruit oil. So both of them are citrusy based oils, so you can choose one or other. You can alternate. You could even put grapefruit on your body. So I had mentioned that I use the Slim and Sassy, Smart and Sassy. Here it is behind there. And grapefruit is a big component of this oil, so very good at the same time. So another thing that we add to elimination is, particularly if you are congested at all and you're having any tummy sort of trouble, because it's that season of the colon, a lot of times flaring can come up. So sometimes when you're in the season of the organ, it behaves sometimes worse than it would on other occasions.
Okay.
So often you might start to notice these changes. So I use Digesten a lot. I use it in the rollerball. I mentioned earlier in the week that I use the probiotic, which is part of the Digesten range. How do you like to use it?
I actually use it on my pets.
Yes,
but also I like to use it in a warm tea.
Yeah,
that's how I love it. Even when I don't feel like I need it, it's a nice drink or a tea to have after your meal to just help you digest your food.
And then some of the oils that are in there, if you don't have them individually, is fennel itself. So fennel is fantastic for tummy works anyway, as well as cardamom. Now, cardamom is an interesting one because it's not only good for the tummy, but it's really good for the lungs.
Ah, yes.
So it's a great oil, and I like to diffuse this with, again, a fir. And hello. I just love it. You can smell it even through the bottle lid.
Reminds me of like chai.
So fennel, nice and licoricey.
Yeah,
cardamom is like a deeper, not so.
I love fennel.
Not so like licorice-like. I mean, it does. It always reminds me of India and the cardamom pods that they use there. All right. I think those are all the products. Now, the last thing I wanted to bring to our attention for this season. So in Chinese medicine, every element has 2 meridians, a yin and a yang. What does yin and yang mean?
Opposites.
Yeah, so really basic and simple. It is lightness and darkness. You can't have happiness without sadness. You can't have joy without fear. You can't have, what was the other thing? Night without day. You can't have sleep without awake. Like, they're always opposites. And in order to be a functioning being, you have to allow the balance of those opposites. Now, every element has got an emotion attached to it. And the emotion that we attach is grief. Now, it doesn't mean you can suddenly be all sad in the corner and just weeping your life away, or because you've just lost a loved one or something. Like, you can grieve because of the season of summer leaving. You know, you might not even realize it, but suddenly the days are, you said, a little shorter, the mornings are taking longer to get light, and you might not even realize that that could be a grieving process. Or the whole point of that letting go, that shedding, is like a grieving, goodbye to the old, hello to the new, which will really come out in spring. But a lovely oil to use at this time is Console. So Console matches so beautifully with the energy of the lung, which again is that grieving. I'm really enjoying it at the moment, and I've been diffusing it in the studio just while we're going through these changes, and I diffused it with white fir, and it was just beautiful, wasn't it?
I enjoy it with Forgive.
What do you know? Excellent. So that was quite a lot of product awareness today, wasn't it?
It was. We went through a lot.
Yeah.
So many amazing things. Lots of choice.
And you don't have to use one or the other or anything else. You know, it's just whatever is talking to you. I often believe in just following your gut intuition. And, you know, if you've got some of these products, make use of them. If you don't have them and you want to order them, then go ahead and be brave and order them. Maybe you've got some points you want to use up on your system, and you're thinking like, oh gosh, I've never tried cardamom before. You know, it's great in cooking as well.
Yeah, it is.
It's like just having fun and experiencing different things. Have you got any questions?
No, that was very informative. Thank you.
Good. Did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it.
What are you going to put on your new order? Anything that we've chatted about here?
Yes. I'm actually going to put this on. Believe it or not, I've had everything easy here except for this.
Right here.
Yeah.
Well,
there you go.
Happy days.
Happy days. I'm just trying to think of what else I want. Actually,
she's spying everything, by the way.
Yeah.
The mud mask.
I haven't had that yet.
Except on video once.
On video. But it was yours. Apart from that, everything else I have.
Fantastic.
I need some more of this.
Yes, me too. Mine's running seriously low, as you can see by the state of my hair. Anyhow.
All right then.
We hope you're having a wonderful Friday wherever you are in the world. Thanks for joining in, tuning in. And if you want to ask any questions about anything we've shown you, please feel free to leave comments wherever you find this video.
See you later.
Bye.